Alright. Hello, everybody. Silver here. Back with more FGO, actually. And what's... I will go ahead and say... one of the videos, the last video where I beat Singularity F, gonna be coming out a little bit late. It's gonna be coming out a little bit late. Apparently because it had the ending video in it, there's a copyright claim. There was a copyright claim for that video. So the video is held off for the moment. Like, it physically cannot be viewed. If it was just demonetized, that would be one thing. I'd keep it up and let it, and still, you know, like, debate that, like, fight it. But currently I am disputing the copyright claim, and the video itself, that ending video, is what got the video blocked from being viewed. That was supposed to come out on the 24th. So we're skipping over that one until the dispute is done. Worst comes to worst, I just delete the video part out of it. It gave me the option to do that, but I was like, well, I mean, I might as well dispute it first, but now I can't even delete that part until the dispute is done, which could take up to 30 days. So, from now on, if I get one of those, I'm deleting that portion. Even if I say something fucking funny, which I fear, as soon as I go into the first Singularity, we're gonna have another one. Which is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be going into the first Singularity today. I'm not gonna try to do the event. The next event, I might try to do. If it's not a, if it's not like a, oh, you have to be so far into the game event, I'm gonna try to do it. But this event, not really gonna try to do. Just because yesterday I had 2 days left, today I have 1 day. I'm not gonna get there. I did change up my party since the last time you saw. I changed up my party a little bit. So yeah. You saw that I got great. Well, actually, never mind. You didn't see that. You couldn't see that. That's in the last video, which is not available yet. It's ridiculous, you know? It's not against, like, my channel. It's not gonna, like, make my channel be deleted. It's just the bot auto-claiming it. And if the bot auto-claims any part of this one, I'm just going to delete that portion of the video, because I don't want to wait 30 days. Because companies always do that. They always wait 30 fucking days, because they wait until the last day and then check it. And I've had that happen so many times with YouTube videos. Just genuinely. My will creates your body, and your sword creates my destiny. If you heed the Grail's call and obey my will and reason, then answer me. I hereby swear that I shall defeat all evil in the world. But let thine eyes be clouded with the fogs of turmoil and chaos. Thou art trapped in a cage of madness, and I the summoner who holds thy chains. Seventh heaven clad in the great words of power, come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of the scales. Ah. That's how I imagine he sounds. He just sounds like that. He sounds like a weirdo. Everybody loves Martha. Thank you for coming, my fellow servants. I am your master. You know why you're summoned, yes? Destruction and slaughter. Those are your orders. This is Jalter, by the way. For those who don't know Fate lore, this is Jalter. Not Jean. This is Jean Alter. I explained altars in my last video. Not gonna re-go over it. You'll see that video in like fucking 30 days. If a city is reveling in spring, destroy it. If a town is celebrating spring, devastate it. No matter how evil or cruel, God will forgive your every transgression. Should he met out punishment, that is fine in its own way. For this is no more than a means of proving God's existence and his love. Now then, Gills, please bring him here. As you wish. I trust you've not harmed him, Gills. No, of course not. Have you considered what you wish done with him? Oh my, do you require suggestions from me? Oh, you've noticed my distress and your infinite concern for me. Don't be absurd. If you continue this foolishness, I'll kill you, Gills. When you are eating a meal, do you think about how you use your fork? This is the same. What I do with him is a matter so trivial, it does not merit any thought. What's going on? Where am I and who are you people? Answer me, are you deaf? You there? Eat! Oh, Pierre, Bishop Pierre Kachan from My Hero Academia. That's how I'm gonna pronounce that, Kachan. Now, how I have missed you. A day's not gone by when your face has not crossed the mind of Jeanne d'Arc. It can't be, it can't be, it can't be, it can't be, it can't be. You're Jeanne d'Arc? Impossible, that can't be possible. I thought you died 3 days ago. I thought I killed you. I thought that you should be in hell. Perhaps I am, your grace. This is a dream, a nightmare. What else could it be but a nightmare? Oh dear, he started to flee from reality. This won't do at all. We must snap him out of this. Hey! What will you do, your grace? Jeanne d'Arc, whom you accuse of heresy, stands here before you. Should you not grip your crucifix and offer up a prayer to God? Should you not mock me, scorn me, what was that, abuse me? Trample me and tell everyone the wicked Jeanne d'Arc is here? Should you not roar like the brave lion you are? Go on, do it! Do it! Do it! Spare me, please, spare me. That's a haunting face, by the way. That face is haunting. I'll do anything. Spare me, I beg of you. Did you hear that, Gills? Spare me, he says. This bishop who tied me up, mocked me, and burned me alive. As if that were nothing. The bishop who told me with kind eyes that I was going to be killed is now begging for his life. Oh, the sadness is making me want to cry. After all, that won't save anything. Your paper-thin faith won't reach the Heavenly Father. Belief that is light as a feather won't blossom anywhere. Someone who has forsaken God and clings to his life by begging a witch is unfit to be called a believer. Do you understand, your grace? You just gave testimony that you are now one of the heretics. That is why I'm so sad. Think I might laugh until madness consumes me. Now think back, your grace. You know what sentence awaits heretics, don't you? No, spare me, please, spare me. I'm so sorry. I'm afraid I ran out of salvation today. Indulgences are not for sale in this era. Now, shall we start at your feet? If I was burned alive by holy flames, then your body shall be scorched by the flames of hell. So yeah, no, that's Shelter. Again, this is as if this is Jeanne d'Arc, or Joan of Arc, as many people know her. This is Joan of Arc. If Joan of Arc came back as an actual witch from hell for vengeance. Not even the ashes remain, I see. I apologize for taking up your time, Gills. What do you mean? That was a meaningful punishment. Now, what should we do with the other clergy? Good question. It's too much to question them all. Just feed the clergy to them. Rejoice, my ignoble servants. The surviving clergy are yours. I, your master, Jeanne d'Arc, shall forgive you all. Devour their souls. Feast on their flesh. Savor their blood. After all, our manifestation is no different than that devil Dracul. I have but one order. Wipe out this country, this mistake that is France. Overrun it, trample it, reap it. Let us begin with our dear Orleans. We shall return its fruitful land to a bare wasteland. Age, gender, and religious beliefs are of no importance. Make sure you kill them equally. That is the only order I give you as your master. To that end, I have given you all the attributes of a berserker. You may be a saint or a hero, but now you shall dance with your broken soul. Berserker Saber, Berserk Archer, Berserk Lancer, Berserk Rider, Berserk Caster, Berserk Assassin, and him whom I summoned instead of Berserker, and myself. I shall pass down judgment as this world's ruler. Humanity has no value, for it failed to prove its love for our Lord. They are guilty to a horrifying extent. Humanity is equally guilty, sinner and saint alike. So we shall kill them all. Will not tolerate a single one escaping. Oh, such resolve, such truth without a slightest doubt. Such is the saint of salvation, the saint who believes in our Lord and saves our people. Gilderay is a fucked up man, by the way. This is after he was fucked up. This is technically after he was a fucked up individual. You have returned. My light has returned. You've truly been reborn, Jean. Then I too shall rise again as your general. First we need a symbol. Our army must have a flag. Jean, what shall we use as our emblem? A demon, perhaps? Or what about... In that case, let's make it a dragon. Be it coincidence or providence, this summoning has brought many with close ties to dragons. In the name of dragons, the symbol of catastrophe, we will burn this world to the ground. Oh, I have one more order. Laugh, as if you're enjoying yourselves from the bottom of your heart. I'm not doing the entire fucking laugh. Wonderful, this is wonderful, Gills. I've never enjoyed myself this much in my entire life. Yes, I suppose it is. That is the way it should be. You were put on a pedestal, made a symbol, exploited and cast aside by the people. That is why you are righteous. There's no one who could pass judgment over your heart of hearts. Gilderay was genuinely a fucked up individual who is actually very well tied to Joan of Arc, in that, like, he idolized her to a fanatical degree. I think I just had a bad dream. Good morning, Senpai. It's finally time for the brief eek! I'm sorry, folk. I couldn't get out of the way. Still, I'm glad to see you full of energy in the morning. You too, Senpai. Did you sleep well last night? I didn't get much sleep. Oh, I forgot you sleep better on the floor or a tatami mat instead of a bed. That's my mistake. I'll make arrangements. That's not... That's... MASH. It's not... Okay. Still, the doctor's briefing is about to start. Let's try to power through the sleepiness. I'm not really gonna go over what happened in the last video, even though... Because it will go back up eventually. It will. Even if I have to delete that part out of the video, it'll just take like 30 days to get here. Good morning, Silver. Did you sleep well? Let's get right to the briefing then. For starters, oh right, let me go over what I want you to do again. First, the investigation and correction of the singularities. It is humanity's critical turning point in that era. If it were not for that, we could never have come as far as we have. It is a pivotal event in human history. We must travel to that area, investigate what it is, figure it out, and then correct it. Otherwise, 2019 will never come. Humanity will be extinct in 2018. That is your first objective, the basic principle of the upcoming operation. The operation's second objective is investigate the Holy Grail. This is just my speculation, but the singularities must be related to the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is a relic that can grant wishes, a vessel that contains tremendous amount of magical energy. Lev probably got his hands on the Grail in some form and misused its power. Rather, it's impossible to travel through time and change the past without the Grail. Seriously. You'll run into intel regarding the Grail during your investigation of the Singularity. Even if you correct history, leaving the Grail will put us back to square one. You must either secure the Holy Grail or destroy it. Those are the two objectives of this operation. Is everything clear so far? Crystal clear. Glad to hear it. And now, there's one other thing I want you to do in addition to the mission. That said, it's nothing major. It's for after you race shift to that era. I want you to find a ley line and make a summoning circle, just like you did in Fuyuki. Unlike Fuyuki, we could probably make do as is if it's just telepathic communication. But to transport supplies, it won't work without establishing a summoning circle. Just like before, once Mash sets up her Noble Phantasm, it will act as a catalyst and trigger the summoning circle. Once you do that, you can summon servants at will. Of course, what you summon will probably be servants closely tied to that time and place. So keep doing that to bolster your forces, understood? Understood, but before all else, we'll try to establish a base camp first. What we'll need is a place to relax, a structure with a roof, a home to come back to, right, Master? Right, you have a way with words, Mash. Hearing you say that really means a lot to me. Again, we've known each other for a day. This is the second day we've known each other, Mash. That's genuine, by the way. This is the second day I've known this girl. And me saying that to her means a lot, apparently. I know I'm still an inexperienced servant, but you can count on me. I'll be giving it my all. To see Mash, who's serious, quiet, and frankly kind of mysterious, grow up to be such a fine lady. Hey, get over yourself. How long are you gonna keep me waiting? Oops, you're right. You didn't show any interest, so I forgot you were there. Allow me to introduce you, Silver. He, no she, or it, who? Sheesh, standing there as Chaldea's pride and joy, the head of our engineering department, Leonardo. As you can tell, they're quite unusual. Of course, not a human. Let's not get into that. The reason being, a servant. Senpai, this is incredible. This person is a servant. Right you are. I'm Chaldea's honorary tech advisor. I normally go by Leonard here. But as you can see, I'm the proud inventor of the Renaissance, the one and only Leonardo da Vinci in the flesh. You could just call me Da Vinci. You don't get to see many pretty ladies like myself around here, right? Huh? Pretty lady? This is strange. It's abnormal. It's wrong. I mean, Leonardo da Vinci should be a man. You should always question conventional wisdom. But is it really that important? Who was the first one that claimed I was a man or a woman? Sheesh, for crying out loud. I pursue beauty with both my inventions and art. It was I who personified all ideals, all beauty. To me, the ideal beauty is the Mona Lisa. That being the case, see? Isn't this simply an unavoidable result? I like to think of myself as a scholar, but this guy's pet theories go way over my head. He's the only pervert twisted enough to turn himself into the Mona Lisa just because he loves the Mona Lisa. Are you sure about that, Dr. Roman? As cultures mature, anything is possible. The desire to become a beautiful girl might one day be the norm. That might be true, but which time period's heroic spirit are you? Genius has nothing to do with the time period, Doctor. Silver, you'll do well to remember that too. You'll encounter many heroic spirits who are artists. Every one of them is as splendid and eccentric. Are you kidding me? Still, I can see that being the case. I see, it's true that I didn't want to know too much, but thank you for the advice, Da Vinci. That's my girl, always so understanding. Okay, that's enough for my introduction. From now on, I'll be focusing on supporting you with supplies, R&D within Chaldea, and updated heroic spirits contracts. I'm a servant summoned by Chaldea, you see. Unlike Mash, I cannot jump to any era. However, if Silver has a contract with me, then it would be another matter. I'd then be able to aid you as an ordinary servant. I'm looking forward to such a fate, Master. Wow, he really did introduce himself and run off. No, as I was saying before I was interrupted. Again, I explained this in the video that's currently not available. Because this one's going up on the 25th. That one was supposed to go up on the 24th. Da Vinci is a woman here. As you saw, the explanation was that he saw beauty in the Mona Lisa. It was like his idealist vision of beauty. So he became the Mona Lisa when he became a servant. Which they start calling Da Vinci a she at some point, but right now it's genuinely, like, at the very beginning you have no idea if Da Vinci is technically a male or a female. But it's a female currently. Da Vinci is currently a female. I'm sorry, but we don't have time to rest. We're going to prep for immediate race shift, okay? Well, if I have to. Silver, we have a coffin ready for you this time. You should be able to race shift safely and quickly now. 7 singularities have been detected, but we've selected the time period with the smallest fluctuations. Once you get there, we'll only be able to communicate with you. Got it? I know I'm repeating myself, but the first thing is to set up a base camp and finding a ley line. After you've settled into the era, do what needs to be done. Alright? Good luck, Silver. Unsummon program start, Spiritron conversions start, race shift starting in 3, 2, 1. All procedures cleared. Grand order commencing. Now, there's a meme about Orleans. There's a meme, and you'll see it if you're not into Fate and you haven't played FGO. You won't know what this meme is, but you'll see, and it has to do with what Jolter said about dragons. There's way too many fucking wyverns in this whole thing. Like, it's ridiculous how many wyverns you face. Genuinely. There's so many fucking wyverns. It spawned a meme out of how many wyverns you fight. In this map specifically. We managed to reach here safely, Senpai. We were teleported by accident last time. This time it's a proper teleport via the coffin with no physical anomalies. Foe, did you tag along again? Did he sneak into Mash's coffin? Seems that way. He must have sneaked into mine or Senpai's coffin. Luckily, Foe was unharmed. Since he's attached to one of us, when we return, he will automatically return as well. I need to get back safely for Foe's sake, too. Yes, we share the same fate. Master, I've confirmed the time access coordinates. Looks like it's the year 1431. It means we're in the middle of the 100 Years' War, but this should be during the war's respite period. Wars get time off. Right, the 100 Years' Wars. The 100 Years' War did not fight for the whole 100 years, as the name implies. The war during this era was pretty carefree, relatively speaking. Captured knights were released for monetary payments, almost every day. Senpai? Look at the sky. What is... Huh? Yes, we're connected. Not the best quality, but I've got video feed now, too. Wait, what's wrong? What's wrong, you two? Why are you staring at the sky like that? Doctor, I'll send you visuals. What is that? This is... a ring of light. No, some form of magecraft cast over the satellite orbit? In any case, it's gigantic. At worst, it's as big as North America? No records show such phenomena occurring in 1431. It's surely one of the reasons for the disappearance of our future. We'll have to analyze it on our end. You guys concentrate on surveying on site. Start by searching for ley lines. What the doctor said. Explore the area, make contact with the people of this era, set up the summoning circle. There are many things to do. We have to knock them out one at a time. Let's first move towards the city, Senpai. Okay, so at the very early stages of this game, there's a lot of nodes. Like, there's just a lot of fighting nodes. Once we get later into the game, you'll see that there's a good portion of nodes that are just no battles, which are just a story like this. Which helps a lot, but it takes a lot longer than just a battle because it's one of these talking sections. Senpai, stop. Confirming. Looks like a French scout brigade. What do we do? Should we attempt to make contact? Isn't it dangerous? They look like humanoids. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful resolution. Hello, excuse me. We're travelers. Huh? Enemy attack! Enemy attack! Yoo-hoo! I'm free now, so let me see how you're... Wait, why are you surrounded by an armed group? I apologize, my mistake. I should have greeted them in French. They know what you're saying to begin with? Of course, but now I believe that combat is unavoidable. You're starting with a fight? With French elites, even? Well, let's calm down first. That world is isolated. No matter what happens, a time paradox can't occur, so engaging them won't be a problem. But, Doctor, give us an idea. Doctor, give us an idea. Don't you know any French jokes for time like this? Hell if I know, I'm a loner. But wait, let me think. I just need to think of a witty joke, right? Like, knock knock. I'm hearing a silly voice from somewhere. All hands, ready your weapons. They're too suspicious. I apologize, Senpai. It was wrong of me to expect something from the doctor. I think it would be bad to harm the locals. We should attack to hold them back. What are you talking about now, Mash? Did I say something wrong? In that case, hit them with the back of your blade. Limit the bloodshed to a minimum. Back of the blade! She has a shield. With the shield? I'll think of something. Fire! No, burning is out of the question too! This story is quite silly in the beginning. It's quite silly. It does get very serious, but you'll see how silly it is just in the intros. Or in the beginning of the game. It's very silly. I love that. I love the game for that. As for why and how I have these characters, I didn't pull anything. I do want to do all my pulling as well on video. And if you saw my Saint Quartz, you could tell I really didn't pull anything. I've got a decent amount of Saint Quartz for just doing the fucking Singularity F. Kuchulain Altar is from, after you beat the first Singularity, you get a 5-star summon, a free 5-star pull. You just choose a free 5-star to take. And Gray is a canceled, like she's a event character that the event is discontinued, so a discontinued event character. And you can get those through the Evocation Festival. And I choose her because I typically do not get very strong assassins, and she has a decent NP in that it is an all attack, which I prefer over single attacks, like single target NPs. So yeah, I just choose her for that reason. Physical fatigue aside, the mental fatigue is overwhelming. Good job using the back of your blade. I didn't even know that was possible with a shield. I learned something today. It's a shield! It's not meant for... It's not a blade, though. It's dull. It's not something you can... Well, you could kill him easily. With how big that fucking shield is. That's like a club. But it seems like I didn't hit hard enough. They've retreated. They're going back to their fort. Let's quietly chase them and ask what's going on. Try not to aggravate them next time. Make sure you talk to them in French, okay? Roger that. Dankeschön. Dankeschön, Herr. I see. Somewhat perfect. I'll leave it to you. That's German! That's German! It's not French at all! I chose it as a joke! That's German! But yeah. As soon as that other video comes back online, it'll make a lot more sense. With everything. Because, again, that video shows a lot of my, a lot of what I did. Hold on. These all cost 0, right? Yeah, these cost 0. So I can just do this. Oh, I can't. Oh, because you need 40 AP. Right. So I just had to level up more. I've been turning those into the apples because I feel like that's a bit more useful for me. To turn them into cobalt apples. This is awful, isn't it? It's a complete ruin on the inside. The outer wall is more or less intact, but you can't call this a fort. Nothing but wounded soldiers here. That's right, even though they're not in active war. In 1431, Charles VII of France entered a peace treaty with Philip III, an ally of England. Of course, I'm sure there were some skirmishes. Ah, here they come again! Bonjour, we are travelers. We're not here to harm you. Please put down your weapons, monsieur. Monsieur, you're not the enemy? Huh, it was rather easy. Perhaps they're rational now. Or they have no more fight left in them? Why didn't Charles VII sign the peace treaty? King Charles, so you don't know? The king is dead. He was burned by a witch's flames. Dead? By witch's flames? It's Jeanne d'Arc. She's risen again as the Dragon Witch. England retreated quite a while ago. But where have we to run to? This is our home, but there's nothing we can do. Jeanne d'Arc is a witch? Here! They're here! Magical energy signals are heading here. Familiars created using human bodies. Skeleton soldiers. This time it's different. Both of you can be as wild as you want. Yes, orders, master. Let's pulverize them. Thank God this one was shorter. Some of the, at least in the early parts, some of these cutscenes are shorter. Some of these talking parts. And I can appreciate that, because they get long later. Or you'll have just segments of no battles where you're just reading story. Technically, I can get Coup altered to level 90 and Gray to level 80, but I don't have the materials to do that right now. So, I'm not gonna bother too much with it currently. Gotta love getting a crit on that one. But yeah, no. As you can see, like, fresh starting the game, there's so many fucking missions to get, like, to do for materials and stuff that you are kind of set early game. Like, you can get very high level characters very early game now, when before that wasn't quite as easy. This is where the dragons come in, the wyverns, I believe. This is where we start. And again, this map started the fucking whole... There's so many wyverns. Everybody was like, why are there so many wyverns in this map? Why do I keep fighting wyverns? This map is... Or this Singularity is what started the whole fucking wyvern thing. Phew. Good work. You guys, I can't believe you took them on. We're used to it. Anyways, I'm sorry, but could you please explain this from the start? Is it true that Jeanne d'Arc has been resurrected? Yes, I took part in the Siege of Orleans in the ceremony, so I remember it well. Her hair and skin color are different, but there's no question that she's the saint from the past. Hearing that she'd been captured by the English and burned at the stake, we trembled in fury. But she was resurrected. And through a pact with the devil, no less. What do you mean the devil? Like the skeleton surgeries earlier? Not those, at least those we can handle ourselves. Ugh. Damn it, just as I thought. Here they come. Engage. Come on, stand up, dragons are here. If you don't resist, they'll eat you. Large creatures are shown to be near you. They're moving in fast. Visual confirmed, but it can't be. Wyverns? Yes, that is a subspecies of dragons called wyverns. That is definitely a creature that should not be in the 15th century France. It's coming! Master, respond with full force. This is different from those old bones from earlier. Soldiers, douse yourself with water. You can momentarily defend against their flames. Eh? You there, please pick up a weapon and fight. Together with me. Follow me! This is... Oh, she's a servant, but her energy is weak. What is she? And it's not obvious. It's very obvious who she is. To us, at least. Like, to people who play the game and who know who Jeanne is. If you've spent any time with like Fate, you know who Jeanne is, because she's one of the fan favorite characters. We'll still kill it regardless. I just wanted her to be the one to kill it because funny. Again, without really spending anything, like, because I didn't spend any money, but without, like, even really spending any, like, Saint Quartz or anything, you can start out the game now with this amount of character, like, with these types of characters. So you get very quickly strong. I believe that was the last. Alright, fine job, everyone. I was watching with sweaty palms and sweets in my hand. Doctor, those are the sweets that I got, right? Huh? What? Is that right? I found them in the command room next to the tea, so I thought... I got them as a token of gratitude for when we returned from this order. Needless to say, they weren't for you, but for Senpai, who no doubt fought bravely on the front lines. Mash, you've become such a thoughtful person. I must say, these are some really tasty sweets. I'm sure Silver will be thrilled, too. Master? When we return to Chaldea, please reserve enough combat resources for one attack. I registered one more enemy that I'd like to hit with the back of my blade. Impossible, No way, run, the witch is here. Huh? A witch? Thank you very much. No, that was nothing, but before that, your name. Ruler. My servant class is Ruler. My true name is Jeanne d'Arc. Jeanne d'Arc? I thought she was dead. We'll talk about that later. It is nothing we should speak of in front of them. I think it said in front them. It did. Come over here, please. My brain fixed that sentence. We've been invited. What should we do, Senpai? Let's follow her. I agree as well. She looks weakened, but she's a servant too. I'm sure she's aware of the situation in this era. Let's ask her for details. Even though you just heard that Jeanne d'Arc was resurrected as a... You know, you're gonna follow her wherever she's going. Like a lost fucking puppy. I mean, if I was Ritzka, I would also follow her. Wherever the fuck she was going. Hey, you couldn't pry me from her. I get it. She's a holy woman. She wouldn't do that. But, like, you could not pry me from that, from that woman. You could not pry me from Jean. A crowbar couldn't pry me from that bitch. And I've been using that statement so much lately. I think it's very funny to say it that way. They're few in number, but there does seem to be some evil presences. We're close to the fort. Before they invade, let's take them out. Again, so many fights, and they're mostly Wyvern. And since Wyverns are Rider class, Assassin works very well against them. So it makes sense why I would choose Assassin, right? And I mean, choosing Cuchulainn as my free 5-star makes sense because he's probably the best choice out of the starting ones. Just because he is a Berserker. He's the best choice for that reason. Berserker class deal effective damage to every type, so they're like super effective to every class, like all of the 7 Knights classes, basically. Which is most classes. But also every class is also super effective against them, because the combat system is based on what class you are. Your class determines how highly effective you are against other enemies. I'm going to do this as well, so I can continue to stock those up. Because if you don't stock them up before you use all of your shit, your ability, or your stamina. It's a stamina system, basically. If you don't stock it up, then you'll use it, and then, you won't have those extras. Because you could store them for, like, events and stuff. Which is what I'm basically doing. The enemy has been wiped out. Good job. And since the story quests early on, they're all free, there's no reason not to store all of your AP, your ability, your stamina. I'm pretty sure it's called AP. But if you don't store it up, then it's kind of lost. Yes, I think we could settle down here. First, please tell me your names. Understood. My individual name is Mash Kittylight. This is Silver, my master. Master? So they're masters even in this Holy Grail War. No, it has nothing to do with the Holy Grail War. I am just a demi-servant. Demi-servant? Not a true heroic spirit. Have you heard of us? Right. We should probably clear that up first. I'm indeed a servant. My class is ruler. I understand that. But a majority of information about the Holy Grail War that should be provided is missing. No, not just information. My stats have ranked down as well. Not only have I lost the anti-servant command spells, I can't even reveal their true names anymore. Luckily, this is my homeland where I was born and raised. If nothing else, I still speak the language. That soldier earlier was saying that Jeanne d'Arc turned into a dragon witch. Having just materialized a few hours ago, I'm not sure what's going on. It seems there's another Jeanne d'Arc in this world. A Jeanne that murdered King Charles VII of France and committed the slaughter at Orleans. So does that mean two of the same servants have been summoned in the same era? If we could access the Holy Grail War's records, there should be examples of simultaneous summons. Anyway, one thing is for sure. Charles VII is dead, and Orleans has been occupied. Which symbolizes the collapse of the nation of France. In history, France was the first nation to declare human liberty and equality. Many countries followed suit. Delaying this by 100 years would stagnate civilization. Without progress, we might still be stuck in the Middle Ages. I just heard a voice. Is that Magecraft? What in the world are you all... Oh, that's right, we didn't introduce ourselves. Nice to meet you, Saint Jeanne d'Arc. My name is Romani Archimond. Everyone calls me Roman. I do various support tasks. Nice to meet you. I see. Roman, you tend to be a dreamer. What is this sense of defeat? She complimented me, but I'm not happy at all. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Jeanne. It's our turn now. Our objective is the correction of this twisted history. We belong to an organization by the name of Chaldea. I see, I understand now. To think that the world itself has been incinerated. My worries were so trivial, but now I'm an incomplete servant, and even I cannot trust myself. The Jeanne d'Arc that occupied Orleans, not only that, but those flying dragons. You mean the wyverns? There's no way wyverns existed in the 15th century France. More importantly, he called you a dragon witch. Yes, I don't want to admit it, but the person controlling those dragons must be myself. I've no idea how she's controlling them. I never thought about such things during my life. Summoning dragons is the highest form of magecraft, let alone to have this many. It's an impossible feat for modern mages. It should be difficult even for this era's magecraft. That means, Silver, if there's anything that could bend rules like this, it's likely to be a holy grail? Exactly. It's only speculation. But these are no longer someone else's problems. I wanted to say the other line so badly. I see there's still many unclear points, but I have an idea now. Mademoiselle Jeanne, what are you going to do from here? The objective is clear. Head to Orleans and take back the city. To do that, I must exterminate the Jeanne d'Arc who stands in my way. The Lord didn't show me the path, but I cannot turn my back on this. Even alone, you will fight. She's just like history says, Master. Yeah, I thought so too. Master and Doctor, our objective and Miss Jeanne's are the same. I was thinking about our next course of action. How about we help her? I'd help even without a mission. Right, it's best to work together with Jeanne here. It's a rare honor to fight alongside a saint and a savior. Good, then once again, Mademoiselle Jeanne. We have our own objectives, but we want to be of aid to you too. To you. Will you allow us to fight under your flag as your companions from now on? Oh, the pleasure will be all mine. I cannot possibly thank you enough. Thank you, Mash, Silver. I thought I would be in this fight all alone. Now at this place and time, we shall fight as one. So Silver, please give us your orders. Thanks. I get to be Jeanne's master. It feels very weird to be called master sometimes in this game. Because, like, some of the servants would 100% put sexual connotation. You wouldn't think so. But you have to remember that the Fate series started as like a Doujin game. It started as an eroge. There we go. Not a Doujin. It started as an eroge. The Fate series was an eroge first that then became what it is today. A very popular, like, multimedia franchise. It's not like Pokemon, but it's very popular still. As far as, like, what I mean by some of the servants would say master with sexual connotation, they didn't forget their roots. The creators of this game did not whatsoever forget their roots. And some of the servants, 100%, would jump your bones, given the chance. There's several that are just like they fall in love with the main character. We'll probably see one soon that falls in love. Kiyohime is one of the top ones that is like very well known in love with the main character, Ritsuka, or Gurako, depending on your choice of gender. Those are the fan names, by the way. Ritsuka and Gurako are the fan names for the main characters of FGO. I'm so ashamed that I said I'd fight on my own earlier. Thanks to you two, I feel stronger than ever. Even if I'm up against myself, a witch, I have nothing to be afraid of now the two of you are with me. Are you alright? I'm fine. Needless to say, it saddens me that they'd mistake me for that other Jean. But it can't be helped. In fact, it hasn't been more than a few days since I was burned at the stake. If a resurrected me caused a massacre in Orleans, then I can't blame them for being scared of me. I was afraid the British might be stirred up, but it would appear things are going smoothly. We should seek out the Jean who they call a witch and defeat her. But for now, we should scout around first. The goal is simple, but reaching it, not so much. As expected, Jeanne d'Arc is well versed in the art of war. Like she said, an assault on Orleans is ill-advised. It's an unfamiliar land. We have yet to set up any bases. For now, take the initiative and gather intel on their defenses. As for the witch Jeanne, or shall we call her Dark Jeanne, I'd like to find out what kind of servant she is. The rest is up to our forces. It would be good to have more allies. Jeanne, is there a reading on any other servants besides yourself? I'm sorry, but as I am now, I'm incapable of using my ability as a ruler to detect other servants. Like other ordinary servants, I cannot detect them unless I'm within a certain distance. Rulers can detect servants. I was careless. There is that possibility. The other me. No, which Jeanne? It's too confusing. I will also refer to her as Dark Jeanne. Anyway, if that Dark Jeanne is truly a servant, then her class, like mine, is ruler. If that is the case, she will immediately be able to detect our location. We must be prepared for battle at all times. Technically, she's not a ruler. She's an Avenger class. If possible, I'd like to minimize our activities in any nearby towns and villages. But without any lead on our hands, I doubt that's possible. Let us head out early tomorrow morning. Silver is human and should probably get some sleep. Are you alright? Ask that again. Yes, I'm fine. My abilities may have gone down in rank, but I still possess the basic abilities of a servant. Well, good night. Did Silver go to sleep? Yes, surprisingly quick for someone who's unfamiliar with sleeping outdoors. Is that so? I could be imagining things, but is there something you aren't telling us? I don't mean to pry. I thought it best to confront you in case it should become an obstacle in battle. Quite right. As you wish, I shall tell you. It could be because my summoning was incomplete. Or perhaps it's because my original self died just a few days ago. How can I put it? It feels as if I'm a brand new servant. A rookie, you mean? Yes, there's no future or past in the Throne of Heroes. But I don't have the power to access the records there. Therefore, it is difficult for me to act as a servant. It feels like going into battle for the first time all over again, and that bubbly-looking mage from before. He called me a saint and savior, but even with that expectation, I have no such power. So the thing is, I fear that I'll become a burden to you. John, if that's all, then it's alright. What? I mean, this also feels like my first battle. We're the same. As a demi-servant, I can't fully harness my power as a heroic spirit. However, the heroic spirit inside of me said it's okay. And Senpai, Master, trusts someone like me. I don't know how to say this, but Senpai didn't choose to fight to prove something. Senpai is simply trying to do what should be done, I think. So it's alright. There's no reason for you to worry. Thank you, I feel a little better. I'm pretty familiar with this era and this country. Let's give it our best tomorrow. Yes! Thanks! I'm trying to read this. I'm trying to read everything. Just so you don't have to physically read it. So you can, like, watch this while doing something else and hear the story. Uh, but yeah, no, again, it's... These are, thankfully these aren't too long. We do have to get to Orleans, technically. We have to be able to get to Orleans in order to beat this Singularity. First, let's cut through this forest and head to Orleans. Of course, it'll be difficult to enter directly, but we might be able to get some information from the surrounding towns and forts. We're almost at La Charite. If we can't get any information here about Orleans, we'll have to get closer. I'd rather avoid that as much as possible. As long as I'm still uncertain about the forces we have, we cannot engage. You're really calm. No, to be honest, I'm panicking. No matter how you look at it, the other me cannot be in her right mind. With that monster, what that monster will do by controlling the people, it's easy to imagine. Overwhelming power and hatred can easily destroy a person, no matter how noble they are. Wait a minute. A servant was detected just ahead of your current path. Its location is in La Charite, which is your destination. Huh? It's getting further away. Oh no, I've lost it. It's too far away. What is it, foe? Suddenly climbing on my head. You want to see the sky over there? The town? It's burning? Let's hurry. The town is burning. It couldn't be. Doctor, lifeform detection. It's no use. There's nothing alive left in that town. It can't be. Wait, just now. A sound. Wait a minute, that's... No, it can't be. Looks like they turned into the living dead. Master, I will scatter them. So yeah, no. The skeleton soldiers we're fighting are actual undead, by the way. Even though technically this is a like alternate history that doesn't happen and can't happen. So like killing them won't do anything. To like the ultimate timeline. At one point I did have a Jean in my old account. And Jean is decent now. I wouldn't say she's like an amazing servant, but she's definitely much better than she used to be. Because it used to be that her Noble Phantasm, her NP, her ultimate ability, would just stun her. That was like the effect, it would stun her and give like buffs to the party. Now it doesn't stun her, which is great. Which makes her so much more useful, and I think the buffs are better. Because again, she's a very early servant. A lot of the early servants got buffs to their abilities and stuff. And you can, like, use them a lot easier now. Like, they're a lot more usable. God. After I do this, I'm probably gonna take a nap, because my body is tired. I don't sleep very well. I just don't sleep very well. My eyes are burning. Because even if it's been like a day or two from the time like my eye, I had problems with my eye, it still like has lingering effects Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. Oh, that was it. Cool. Thank God that was the whole talk. Like, the entire conversation. But to explain that a little bit further with my eye, I do have some problems with, like, certain allergens. Specifically, it's, like, the cat hair, because people who know me know I have, a lot of cats. They basically, like, run an improvised shelter out of my house, but I'm highly allergic to them. And the pet hair, if I get any near my eye, it will fully, like, the entire white of my eye will swell, and I'll lose vision in that eye temporarily. Like, it gets cloudy and so blurry that I can't see, because, again, the white of my eye is swelling up to the point to where it's visible and overlapping part of the iris. So that would make sense why you wouldn't be able to see quite so well out of that eye. They're still here. They look like wyverns. Are they? No way. Are they devouring the corpses? Stop it. I'm going. But, okay. But, yeah, no. My eye still... It has, like, lingering effects for the next couple days after it happens, where it's still, like, painful to a degree. It's probably something I should get checked out. Genuinely. But, you know, not having any kind of healthcare is great. Fucking the American healthcare system, am I right? We're made fun of for how shitty our healthcare system is, but it's not a fucking joke. It's bad. And I don't trust a lot of doctors anyways, because they don't, at least in my area, I don't know how it is for everywhere else, but it seems like the quality of healthcare as well has just dipped dramatically. Because there aren't people, or at least there aren't as many people who are genuinely, like, happy to help you when you go to the doctor. It's like they specifically became a doctor for the money out of it instead of wanting to actually help people, to the point to where they don't even, like, they'll tell you what they want to tell you. That will help their bottom line most of the time. Because, like, there's certain tricks and stuff that aren't technically, like, viable. They're not, like, technically medicine or anything that you can do to deal with certain issues. Like with asthma, mentholatum type stuff, and things like caffeine can help open the blood vessels in the area of your lungs, because that's how you have an asthma attack. The blood vessels swell up. The blood vessels swell up and constrict the airways. And things with, like, mentholatum and caffeine can actually help loosen that up a little bit, even to the points where you can get to your medicine. It's not supposed to be, like, a replacement, but they don't... They're saying, like, no, that won't help you at all whatsoever, when that's very well known to help with, like, asthma. So, yeah, no, the healthcare system, that's one of the reasons I also don't get, like, my eye checked out or anything, because the healthcare system sucks near me. They're just terrible. That was the last of the wyverns. No sign of the enemy nearby. The battle is over. Sean? It was most likely me who was behind this. We can't be sure of that yet. No, I can tell. I am sure of it. It's just one thing I don't understand. How much do you have to hate others to wreak such havoc? I can't understand it. Hold up, the servants that just left have reversed course. This isn't good. They must have realized you're here. How many? You must be kidding. There are 5! They're fast. Are those riders or something? We don't stand a chance against them. We must run. But we might be able to face them if we had the same numbers. But there's no way you can fight an opponent that's several times stronger than you, is there? Let's retreat, as any sane person would. It says so in the 36 Strategies of War. Sean, servants are closing in. I won't run. I must at least find out what their true intentions are. But it's no use, we won't make it. Mash, just run, got it? I want to check how long it's been. But, again, it's like... I have to... Moo Player doesn't like to be broadcasted through OBS. It just shows like a dark screen. So I can't really like swap like that to look at it without y'all seeing everything. And that would be terrible. It's not like I have anything pulled up that would be weird. I don't even have anything on my PC. Well, I do have, like, hentai game. Like, I have eroge. I have an extensive collection of eroge. But it's not like I play those. I genuinely play them for, like, how good the game is. Like, fucking Sengoku rants. God, that game is good if you take out the porn aspect of it. But either way, I can recommend that, but I don't recommend playing it for that. For, like, the porn of it. I would play it because it's a good fucking game. It's got good... Like, it's actually got good gameplay, and you will not fucking convince me otherwise. I love strategy games, and it is a strategy game. Either way, I will probably end it here, just so... yeah, it's been an hour. I'll go ahead and end it here, so I can take me a nap. Conserve my energy. But yeah, no. Thank you all so much for watching. I will keep continuing this, and again, the video that's supposed to go up prior to this, on the 24th, will come out 30 days after the 24th. No matter what, I'm gonna make sure it comes out. Because I can at least... I can at least just delete that portion of the video, because it's only like a 2-minute section, and I didn't say anything super important. It's just a 2-minute little intro, and I'd love to have it in, because it shows, you know, part of the game, but if I can't have it in because it makes the video unwatchable, then I will take it out. Because that's where it's currently at. It can't be viewed. And that's again, if it was just demonetized, I'd be more fine with that, and I would, like, either mute that section, or I would, you know, just deal with the demonetized video on it. It's not like I'm monetized right now anyways, but since the video itself is not viewable, that's my issue. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to support me, in the link, or in the description, I will have a link to my Honeygain. It is my Honeygain referral link. That is a good way to support me, as well as supporting yourself. Because, while I'm not sponsored, I always have to say this, I'm not sponsored whatsoever. But I've used the app for like 4 or 5 years. And while it doesn't give you a ton of money, you only get like $20 every couple months. That's still $20 that you get for doing absolutely nothing. you know? And that could, get you something nice. Like maybe a nice dinner or, a little bit of gas when you might be struggling a little bit. If you have unlimited internet, it's a good option, genuinely. And using the referral link not only helps you, because you, using that link specifically, would start off with $3 in your account. It also helps me by helping me reach $20 in my account faster, because that's the limit for drawing out money. That's the minimum, rather. You can only draw out money once you hit $20 minimum. And that would help me out a little bit, because all of my money normally goes into my cats. So I don't have a savings or anything. I can't save up for a new PC. Honeygain is the only way that I can actually save up money, just because that's extra money that I'm not, that I can just keep aside. I can keep it in this Honeygain account, or I can just transfer it to my PayPal and keep it there instead of being able to access it. But it would help me out a lot if you were to do that. The more people I have using that link, the more money I get. And yes, it sounds really scammy. However, again, if I hadn't used this, I'm not the type of person who's just gonna tell you to play something or use an app if I haven't used it myself. And I'm not gonna glaze an app unless I have used it and feel that highly about it. The only reason I suggest it is because I've used it for so long with a little issue. And any issues I did have, there was one time, and it was because they physically were changing their, the payment provider. They were changing their payment provider. And so one of my payments was messed up. And instead of, I called them and tried to get everything sorted out, and to get like a single payment, which was like $20. Not only did they give me the $20, but they also gave me my previous payment on top of that of $35 at the same time, because it was an inconvenience and they were swapping the payment provider. So they gave me both of them at once, which was very nice. So they do genuinely help out when... And I didn't even cause a stink. I didn't yell over the phone. I was very respectful. And they were like, yeah, no, we are changing payment provider. We will try to get it as soon as we can to you. But currently, we're having an issue with our payment provider and having to switch. So as soon as the switch is solidified, we will have your money to you as soon as possible. And it didn't take that much longer after that, and I got the money. And I've never had an issue since. And that was several years ago that happened. So, if you want to support me, that's the best way to do it. Either way, talk for too long on this screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.